This is The Tea Project with your host, Gadiel and Michelle, a husband and wife duo where they will be discussing personal finance, managing a household, and so much more. Gadiel is a father, husband, a military veteran, and a lawyer. Michelle is a mother, wife, boss. Each week, they will be providing you with fresh and valuable content, so stay tuned. And now, welcome to The Tea Project.
Hey folks, welcome to another episode on Money Talks on Tea Project.
Hi everybody, hope you're staying healthy and safe.
Hope you guys are doing okay. We are delighted to bring you another episode. Today we're going to be talking about how to stretch your dollars. Especially
in the current situation, economic situation that we're in. So
let's just jump into it. Actually, real quick folks, if this is your first time coming on the show, please hit the subscribe button. We'd appreciate that.
All right, let's get started. So the first thing I would do that I think a lot of people overlook, not a lot of people, but some people probably get laxy-daisy on is the coupons. Back, a few years ago, we were cutting coupons. And for the most part, at least from my perspective, I think people that do coupons and then jump off of it is because the whole mindset of it is I don't have time.
Right.
So in the situation that we're in a couple of years ago, one of us was without work, so it made sense to go ahead and start, cutting coupons. I mean, we had subscriptions, like multiple newspapers coming home, and we would just staple them all up in copies or whatever, and then plan our shopping, and we saved tons of money. I mean, when we look at our financials, we're like, wow, how can we get back there again?
Right, you're like, this year was incredible. Look how much we saved in this category, in this category, in this category. But listen, on top of that, though, I think a lot of folks, it's not that they don't overlook it. If your household income is up to par, no one's lost their income, they just don't see the need for it. Right. It is time consuming, and you got to think about your time. So if it's worth your time, obviously now, if you lost income, like a provider at home has lost their job,
you have the time at that point in time to do it. You've got time
now. So, coupon is a great way to save tons of money. We did it a few years ago, and looking back, it was one of the best years on spending.
When we look at the years after that, we spend now double. But anyhow, that's a good place to stretch your dollars. So, or a good method or way.
Oh, real quick though. It's just not coupons either. There's inserts that come in the mail. You know that stack of coupon book that you get and you kind of just throw it away and you look at the trash and most of your mail is that. There's a lot of coupons in there, Stores have their own coupons. Grocery stores have their own coupons. So everywhere where your dollar goes, look to see if it's, whatever category, grocery or this or that. Look to see if that where your dollar's going, they provide coupons. Look for that, because a lot of times they do.
All right. The next one is rewards. So I'll talk about credit card rewards. So what you want to do is educate yourself on the credit cards that you do have. Hopefully, they all give you some kind of reward, points, mileage, cashback, whatever it is. But look into it and see how you can maximize those earnings, because what you could probably do is, I think most after you reach $25, either they can mail the check to you, which is probably easier to do. Another option, which is do a statement credit. That's an option. That's a good amount of savings that you have there. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's something.
Right.
And you have a couple.
Yeah, let me add that real quick, folks. If you are new to the credit card usage, each credit card offers different types of rewards. So, for example, there's mileage. If you are not a flyer or traveler, don't get a credit card that offers mileage. Get one that, for example, 3% back on groceries or gasoline or something like that. Use a credit card or apply for one that works for you and your family's lifestyle. A lot of times, when you're applying for a credit card, if you don't pay attention to the details, for example, the interest rate or the rewards they offer, you may be getting a credit card that just really doesn't make sense for you. So pay attention to that. So on top of the credit cards, if you travel, gas, Shell, for example, we use Shell. They have a rewards program. So, for example, they have 5 cents for every gallon that you spend. They reduce the cost of per gallon by 5 cents. So, like I said before, every place you spend your dollar, see if that vendor has a reward program and use it.
Also, if you have any of these wholesaler memberships, right. BJ's, Sam's Club, Costco, they all give you some kind of incentive to use like their gas. Mm-hmm. They'll give you either a discount or, in the amount of purchase that you make, they'll give you the discount that you can have if you pump gas through them.
Right.
I know Walmart too. Mm-hmm. I think, is it Murphy gas or something? They're usually cheap as well. So obviously that's not a reward thing, but I'm just saying, think along those lines. Look for rewards, because a lot of these companies are now tailoring their way around to that.
Right. Right.
Discounts.
They want to offer loyalty programs.
Exactly.
To lure your business. But if you're going to spend money anyhow, look for places that are going to save you money.
Right.
And spend it,
Right. Okay, so the next one is shop around for new savings accounts, new car insurance, or even getting a discount with your internet service. So let's talk about savings account. Usually, or most of the time, you'll have your savings account with the bricks and mortar. Bank of America, Chase. Look online and look for online banking. And you'll see that a lot of the rates there are much more competitive. And partly it's because they pass on the savings to the customers. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's all done online.
Mm-hmm. For them, it's less overhead.
Right.
So they pass those savings on to the customer.
So usually, I don't even think you need to have direct deposit to open up a bank account. There's hardly any fees.
I want to say there's none, to be honest.
Right, but I'm going to say hardly because to be safe.
Right.
We don't pay any.
Right. Every bank works differently. Ali, our bank, doesn't. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean the next online bank, they may not do the same. So. Right.
So shop around for that, because especially now that you probably should be hoarding up your cash, you might want to have it saved up where it's making the most money that it possibly can make. The next is car insurance. I mean, if you haven't heard by now, a lot of these car insurance companies are giving anywhere between 10 to 25 or 15 to 25% off for the next couple of months, some 2 months, some maybe more. But communicate with them and see how you can save on that.
And that may just be, we're not sure if that's all across the board.
I'm just giving you some examples of just be creative. Go through the list of all your expenses and say, I wonder if this company will give me a discount.
But part of the work is it's got to be on you. You make that list and you have to research. You have to you need to call competitors and make them bid each other.
Correct.
So for example, if USA didn't offer the 20% reduction on our monthly fee for the next 2 months, I would quickly call Geico, Progressive, and say, hey, what do you got to offer? I'm in a jam. Coronavirus really affected my family. What are you offering? Okay, thank you. Let me talk to my current insurance. This is what they're offering, and if you don't match it, or at least match it, I'm going somewhere else.
Right.
Because right now I can afford just to overpay you when I don't have to.
All right, so the next one is put a stop on online shopping. So right now, if you're in this whole quarantine thing where you're staying at home, chances is you're home 75% to maybe 100% of the time, unless you are going to work, right? Really, the only expenses you should be incurring are food, utilities in your home, gas, and then anything like, your internet and car insurance, health insurance, if you still have it. And then whatever it is to upkeep your house.
Right.
So there really isn't a need. If we can hold off on making purchases on Amazon, making purchases on retail things. So really make a conscious effort to not spend, especially online shopping, because since it's so easy to make a purchase online, that's exactly where your dollars will end up getting lost in.
Right.
And right now you want to hold on to every single penny that you have. So for instance, if you are unemployed at this point, you pretty much have to hunker down and save every penny that you have and look for any, aid that you can possibly have. And then just save every penny. But the person who is currently still working should be no different. You should be having the same behaviors of somebody who is unemployed, because you don't know what tomorrow brings.
Right. And real quick, a lot of employers that I know here locally are telling employees, and the reason why I know is because I do employment law. I practice employment law. But they're saying, hey, they're letting us off, but when the economy picks up, they're going to pick us back up. That's not a guarantee, folks. The employer may be telling you that, but what if he's like, hey, you know what? I was looking to close the business down anyway. This is my chance to get out.
Right.
You need to do what is best for you and your family. So if the employer is saying don't apply for unemployment benefits or no need to look for another job because I'm going to hire you back, that's not a guarantee, folks. You need to do what you have to do. And if you got to apply for unemployment or look for other work, or there's many ways to do online work now from home, you need to start doing that, and don't listen to any other folks who are telling you any different. You got to do what's best for you.
Right.
Oh, one last thing, folks, if this is your first time listening to our channel, please subscribe and let us know right now. If you like what we're talking about, please let us know in the comments section so we can produce more episodes on personal finance.
All right. And then the next one is watch your food spending. Which obviously we just talked about it before, coupons and shopping and putting a stop to online shopping and all this kind of stuff. But food obviously is going to be your biggest expense because you got to eat during this time. So putting together the coupons, the rewards, if you don't have coupons for a certain food product, look into using or buying generic products. Obviously, you're gonna need to eat food, so I would say limit how much you do on takeout, because you're paying more, for the convenience of that.
Right.
I would encourage you to cook more at home. I would encourage you to use more of the, use your pantry and work off of that.
Right.
So that's, a very easy way to make your dollar stretch. So with that, I think that's what we got for now.
Okay, folks. One last time, folks. If you like what we're producing here on Money Talks on T Project, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let us know if this is what, if you like listening to personal finance. That helps us. We're a small channel, and it helps us grow knowing that there's people listening to us. So thank you. Take care, and God bless.
Until next time.